Afternoon, brethren, on this Monday afternoon, and companions, of course. Firstly, my apology for not having done the video log yesterday, but Zoom, as you probably saw if you were watching the government's briefing, were beset by problems. These problems were not of our making, but they did prevent us from vlogging you yesterday. Today, I want to talk about some of the things we're doing in Dorset, Swanage School, members of the Masonic Bikers chapter, and also members of Demulum Lodge, using their cars and using those as supply points for the bikers, have been delivering free meals to needy people in and around the Swanage area 3 times this week, or last week, and they're doing very well. So I thank them for that. Dorset Masonic Care have in the main been helping outside organisation during the COVID-19 pandemic so far. So they've also helped several deserving Masons. Brethren, if you have a financial need, approach Dorset Masonic Care. I repeat it, if you have a desperate financial need, approach Dorset Masonic Care. They have the money, they are set up to make grants to deserving Dorset Freemasons. Use them, please. COVID-19 chest set up by the Masonic Charitable Foundation and UGLE. You've probably seen it. Text COVID-19 to 70500 to give £5 from your mobile phone. That's a worthwhile thing. If not, if you want to donate more than £5, then visit their website and you can donate as much as you like. That's COVID-19, no spaces, all in capitals, to 70500. T-shirts, sales have gone moderately well. 104 T-shirts sold as we speak. Again, my thanks to Brother Tom Bavington for designing such a perfect thing. Tom, I shall be in contact with you separately in the not too distant future to thank you personally. This morning I've asked the Dorset Provincial Chapter Charity to pick up the cost of producing these t-shirts so that the whole of your donation, whether that's £15, which is the minimum donation asked, or whatever donation you have been pleased to knock it up to, will go to NHS charities in the UK. Moving on again, today, Monday the 18th of May, is the start of Mental Health Awareness Week. I've made no secret of the fact that during my 60-odd years on this earth, I've suffered from mental health issues, but I suffered for many years in silence before asking for help, which was then lifted and a huge weight of gloom and depression came off my shoulders. So, in this time of lockdown, if you're feeling alone and sinking into that black hole, that pit of hopelessness, pick up the phone, even if it's only to me. Ask for help. And likewise, brethren, if you are fit and well, nowhere near a black hole, think of others. Give them a phone call. Far better to call them and speak to them than just texting them or messaging them. Nothing beats the sound of a human voice. One of the themes of the Mental Health Awareness Week is be kind. So, brethren, be kind to each other. Now, Mark, have you got any questions for me this week?
Hi, Graham. Yes, I've got one question that we were going to put to you this week. The technology almost didn't work there. So the question I have for you is on the Holy Royal Arch. And obviously it's an order that's very special to you. It means a great deal to you. And it was really just to get your personal reflections. I don't think at this time the person was really asking about how to join and should I join. It was more what it meant to you and how you felt about the Royal Arch.
Not a difficult question to answer for me. Years ago it would have been. I was initiated in 1980, and when I was a deacon, I believe that from my memory, failing memory, I was one of those who, my director of ceremonies, who in those days was a short back and sides, if I say jump, you say how high. Many of the older brethren will remember those sorts of director of ceremonies. He came up to me and he said, "It's time you join the Royal Arch, boy." I took that as a command, and therefore I joined the Royal Arch. For the first 2 or 3 years, it meant very little to me. The ceremonies, the ritual went whoosh over the top of my head. Then I became a sojourner. Actually, I became principal sojourner. And those of you that are in the Royal Arch will know that this is the equivalent of probably the senior deacon in a craft lodge. I now say to brethren who ask me that, and to companions, there are 4 words missing at the start of the Royal Arch ritual. And those words are once upon a time. The ritual then is a complete story. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And it totally makes sense. So I went from this, well, this is high church cathedral stuff. Well, I'm a local village church boy and it's all going over my head, to totally understanding what the ritual was all about. It completes our journey. Masonry. If you're going to join Mark, Rose Croix, Knights Templar, Royal Order of Scotland, too many to mention, fine. But join the Royal Arch first, and I hope, I sincerely expect you will gain as much enjoyment from it as I do. I hope that helps your questioner, Mark. So until then, it's been a fairly short vlog today because of time and circumstances. I've already had a 2-hour Zoom meeting this morning, and I've got another one this evening with some of my visiting officers. So I'm going to sign off until next Sunday. And I will just remind you, brethren and companions, keep safe, keep well, and keep smiling.